I'm at Sebright Gardens today with Kirk, and Kirk, you always have a theme with your selection here, so what's
Absolutely.
the theme of this one?
Well, these plants here, they really enjoy the summer heat we've been having.
And enjoy is the operative word.
We may
Survive.
Not be, we're surviving, but these ones are actually enjoying them. So, yeah.
And you know, you're all really known for hostas, and I know a lot of people's hostas have taken a hit, so what do you suggest we should be doing with them?
Absolutely. Well, some varieties, they produce new leaves. Especially the warmer weather. We've had, like this one here is a frozen margarita. It's produced lots of new leaves. I kept one here that had some of the leaves from this spring, some that got burned in that record heat.
So
you can just take them off, and just
perfect.
clean it up, and
you're good to
it looks
go.
Great. Yeah, I love this frozen margarita. It has nice fragrant flowers, kind of a bit like hibiscus.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
That
And the
is
foliage
nice.
just looks great. You know, it likes the heat. It really performs well.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you have some smaller ones too,
absolutely,
because we don't all have huge gardens like your garden, so maybe something for containers.
We have peanut down here, and hands up is a little one, and then moonstruck. That's looking great for putting on
weather,
new leaves for new leaves as well. This is one we introduced. It's Emerald City Chick. Long story behind the name, but anyway, it produces leaves like crazy. This one was originally covered with slug holes this spring, and you don't see it. Like, these are all new leaves that have come on with this warm weather. You can just take off whichever ones you don't want and make the clump look better, and
good to go.
Yeah, or the older ones, they actually just went brown and fell off. So yeah.
We don't think about that. You know, you think about, oh, you just have to live with it. So thank you for telling us that.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then another one of your big collections here are ferns, and these are two beautiful ones.
Yeah. I just thought I'd show a couple of Maidenhair Ferns. This is Marissa's. It's a hybrid. It's hybrid with one of those down in the southeast U.S. and I think it's our hybrid with I don't remember the hybrid anyway. Sorry.
That's okay.
But this one here is a diminutive version of our native one.
Beautiful.
The five-finger Maidenhair. This one's called Imbricatum, but it's more of a petite one.
Very petite.
And they're doing great right now with this heat. They're just growing like gangbusters.
And keep them moist, right?
Mm-hmm. Keep them moist, yeah, absolutely.
And not only do you have hostas and ferns, but you have all other kind of ornamentals. So please tell us about this little allium here.
Yeah, so this is great for the sun. It's a member of the onion family, and it was voted 3 years ago, I believe it was, a perennial of the year.
Yes,
yeah, absolutely. And it's just now looking great from the summer heat we've had. And I noticed yesterday, over in the shopping area, it was covered with butterflies and honeybees.
Oh, honeybee, even
yeah,
better.
I love bumblebees too, that's why I said it. But anyway, yeah, the honeybees are all covered. I'm like, wow, like surprisingly like onion flowers.
Yeah,
but
that is
anyway,
funny.
yeah.
They're hungry.
So, absolutely.
And then 2 rows of Sharons of double flowers, which are a little unusual.
Yeah, this is the Syriacus hibiscus, which they keep their stems and everything. The leaves fall off in the winter, but they've been blooming all summer, and they really the hibiscus really like the heat. The flowers, it just keeps producing more flowers with this heat. This one here is it hasn't started flowering yet. It should be here soon into September, but I like the colors of the leaves. You know, they've been in this color since spring, and it's just a nice texture and look. Add to your garden.
Yeah, and these get the big flowers,
absolutely,
correct?
Yeah.
The hardy hibiscus are gorgeous.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
And then I think it's been the summer of crepe myrtles, because
yes.
they are just glorious.
I've never seen them bloom so early here in our area.
Beautiful.
And they've been doing a great show this summer. They love the heat, and I love the bark on them, the flowers. They like the more heat, the better.
Yeah,
They
definitely.
just really put on a show for us. And they seem to be a bit drought tolerant.
Oh, nice. Just make sure they're established.
Exactly, yeah. You don't want to put them into drought conditions right when you plant them.
No, not at all. And you have a lot of these things here. I see lots of hookerellas.
Yeah, hookerellas, yeah, they're doing great. This warm weather is just bringing on lots of new growth, new leaves.
Beautiful.
You don't even see the ones from the spring. They've dried up and moved away, and all these new ones are coming on.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
But really workhorses. And you know, I know you have so many different flowers here. People just have to come out, but it's like something special today. What's going on?
Today is the Jewel Box sale, plant sale here going on today with Cascade Nursery Trail. There's 8 nurseries here altogether, offering a plethora of plants.
Nice.
And available from 9 to 3 today. And come on down and bring a picnic if you'd like. There's plenty of places around the gardens
to
enjoy a picnic if you'd like. And
yeah. Such a wide range of companies and nurseries and plants and plant people. It's going to be a crazy day. So please go to gardentime.tv and we'll click you over to the Cascade Nursery Trail website, and you can find out how to get here and all the information on who's going to be here. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
My pleasure. Thanks for coming, Judy.